Heavy day in the Lori Vallow murder trial. We have an exclusive right now with the aunt of J.J. Vallow, the son Lori is accused of murdering. Kresha Easton is speaking out for the first time since the trial started. I was trying to get Gigi McKelvey on with us. I'm having some technical difficulties with her shot. But Kresha, I want you to know, I was just on the phone with Gigi, and she said, you know, this is a really big deal and very emotional to be in the actual courtroom. And I wanted to ask you about that. What was it like for you to be present at this proceeding?
I think I have the actual outer body experience. It's like you're not even there. I don't retain what's being said because I'm processing. I'm looking at everybody, looking at the jurors, looking at her, looking at the judge. Just it is out of this world. I don't wish this for any other family ever.
Well, you're not supposed to be there because this isn't supposed to happen, let alone by the people who have the highest duty, you know, the God-given duty to take care of kids. What is it like for you remembering your nephew? Tell us about JJ.
JJ was he was my nephew, my only nephew. He was born to my brother. Our mom is Kay, and our stepdad is Larry. He's my dad. But, and we know the circumstances as to why, JJ was initially adopted by Charles and Lori. But it just makes it that much more difficult. It's like you lose your uncle, you lose your nephew, you lose Tylee was my step cousin, technically, but she's the same age as my children. Lori, you lose her. She's dead to me. And, you don't recognize who that person is. And it's unreal. And your family is never the same again, ever.
How do you deal with the burden of having to explain to your kids what happened here and what this means?
It's hard. It really is. It's hard. This has taken me on the most craziest. As crazy as the story is, that's as crazy as my research has been every single day. That's how I deal with my grief. I wanted to know where Chad and Lori's beliefs, differed from the church, just out of curiosity. Just like, okay, well, I know nothing about this. Well, let me educate myself because, I don't want to speak ignorantly. And it's been a constant uphill battle. And so that actually deters me, or it's a distraction.
Yeah. And
that way I'm actually focused on getting to the bottom of it. How do we stop this? You find the problem, and then let's talk about this, and then let's find, how to solve this. I don't know. It's crazy.
Do you think the prosecution is doing a good job? And do you have any doubts about whether or not Lori Vallow should be held responsible for the murder of your nephew and your niece?
Excuse me. Lori and Chad and friends need to be held accountable. 144,000%. I say that with purpose. But there are things that, that make this. They make people like Chad and Lori, and it's not popular. It's not well received, and people don't like to talk about politics, religion, and her, so to speak. It's just those are three very difficult topics to talk about, but they're necessary. How can we get to the bottom of things if we don't talk about difficult things?
Did you see this coming not obviously murdering her own kids as is alleged by the prosecution, but as she descended into and married Chad, who had this attachment to this cult, how did you experience her conversion into that belief system? What did it mean to you?
Okay. Well, this is going to be where, I mean, it blows people's minds. The death penalty should not have ever been removed off the table, because the things that Lori was saying, they're not Chad's. They're not. I mean, I just want to get justice for my family, whatever that is.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.